Hello everyone. I, Foram Patel from LG School of Law, would like to extend my warm welcome to every viewer. So, friends, in the previous sessions, we talked about different laws and media segment. Now, in this session, we shall be starting with the concept of media and ethics. There is a question: what do you mean by ethics? That is the noble thoughts. What do you mean by ethics? Again, I am imposing a question. Can you define ethics, my friends? Is it possible that you are defining the ethics? If we are having the conceptual idea about the ethics, how it will be relevant when we are talking about media? So, friends, let's have a brief introduction and discussion about the same. Media ethics is one of the very notable concepts when it comes to the practical life. Let noble thoughts come to us from every side. It is an eternal message which has been given by Rigvendra millennial times ago, of course. The modern democratic efficacies has been constructed by drawing the above an individual liberty of expression of the thoughts as the supreme principle. Journalism is, of course, a concrete form of this expression that has grown in the power with the due period of time. It has become a profession amongst all the present careers, one of the very challenging one. But we should not forget that how ethics would be an integral part when we are talking about the media segment. Let's not forget that the basic principle of the journalism is to serve people with the correct news or rather views or comments or informations on the matters which are pertaining to the public interest in a fair, accurate, unbiased and also decent manner. Is it being really followed, my friends? That is the question that we still need to have the answers for, which we need to look. As we all know, my friends, that the press is an indispensable pillar of the democracy. It purviews the public opinion and it shapes them also. Parliamentary democracy can flourish under the watchful eye of the media. Media not only reports but also acts as a bridge between the state and the public at large. At times of the globalization, Indian economy has brought about drastic changes in the media scape, and the Indian press is also doing global and responsibility of the press to safeguard the interest of the people and of course of the nation at large. With the advent of the private TV channels, the media seems to have taken over the regions of the human life and society in every walk of the life. The media in today's world does not remain satisfied with the fourth estate. It is assumed the foremost important in the society and also the governance part. While playing the role of the informer, the media also takes the shape of the motivator and the leader. So with this we understood that media has a huge impact and rather influence when it comes to governing the whole society or also the individual. Let's not forget that it has to play the most important and vital role in deciding certain cases or rather in deciding how the society would be governed. Such influence of the media that it can make and rather also unmake any individual or any institution or even government. So all persuasive and all powerful it is today. So friends, media has to be playing a fair role when it comes to playing their part. It cannot afford to misguide the public at large. That would create the whole idea of having the media as the fourth estate in a very worst manner. With all these powers and strength, my friends, the media cannot lose the sight of its privilege, duties and obligations. Journalism is a noble profession as we stated, and by that virtue it cannot afford to be unethical in its own nature. It has the privilege to question all the people. That does not give them the power not to be questioned, because ethical part needs to be followed. Whenever the journalists are playing their role, the question that they need to ask themselves also is that, am I doing my job ethically? Am I being rightful in the job that I am doing? Am I following the regulations that has been there upon me, self-regulatory in nature or even legal regulations? If this answers or if the answers to these queries would be unbiased, and if the person has done all the activity in a positive way, then the true sense of ethics would have been stated to be there in the media segment. When we are talking about the media privileges, my friends, media is mandated to follow certain ethics in collecting and disseminating the information. That is, ensuring the authenticity of the news, the use of the restrained and socially acceptable languages for ensuring the objectivity, and also having the fairness in the reporting. The media can never forget that it has a huge impact on the mind of the people. So if the media is giving any news in a way which is not fair, or rather which is trying to instigate the public at large in a very negative way, then ethics would not be followed by the media people, and that cannot be allowed. As I posed a query in the very beginning, that what do you mean by ethics? So ethics is a code of the values which governs our life, and thus they are very essential for having the moral and healthy life. In the context of the press, when we are talking about the concept of ethics, it may be described as a set of the moral principles of values which guides the conduct of the journalism, my friends. That is the reason self-regulation becomes very important segment to be discussed when we are talking about media and ethics. There are certain general code of ethics which the media has accepted worldwide. Now, there are certain areas that they have accepted. The first is honesty and fairness. The next is duty to provide the opportunity to reply to the critical situations. The respect about the privacy, appearance, as well as about the objectivity, and some of the code that prohibits the persons from receiving the gifts also. That is, of course, acting above all the creeds. It also has a worldwide norm to distinguish between the facts and the opinions. It is the duty of the media to make sure that whatever they are delivering is the fact and not the opinion. Duty not to discriminate and to inflame hatred on the grounds such as race or nationality or religion or gender. It is their integral duty to take care of that part also. So when media is trying to give away the information, it becomes very important that how do they gather the information. They also need to be self-regulatory on that part. They cannot use any dishonest means to obtain the information. It is their duty to have the information in a rightful manner. Along with that, it also needs to take care of the other people's safety and general standards of the decency. It is the duty not to guilt any accused or to publish the dissemination or charges or acquittal about anybody without whom the paper previously had reported that the charges had been filed. That means no wrongful coverage of any news is allowed ethically by the journalists. This mandate needs to be proven, and rather it has to be there when we are talking about the ethical issues in the media. Friends, this does not mean that we are curbing the freedom of press. This means that we are trying to regulate the whole segment. Well, the press freedom is well preserved and protected even within the country and even outside the country. But that does not give them absolute power to misuse their duties. Rather, they have we need to have the integral mechanism that would govern the whole segment of the media ethically. So friends, this was all about the media and ethics part. In the next sections, we shall be discussing about self-regulations versus legal regulation, which is very much relevant with ethical issues in the media segment. Till then, stay tuned and keep learning. Thank you.